from Stitches Quilting, and I am here to share with you a really fun project. So it is the Healthcare Heroes Quilt, and you can see it's just a very simple heart quilt that has a plus sign kind of over by where your heart is on maybe a human body. I don't know. I have a free pattern for you guys. It's on my website, and I have an online store and blog and all of that. So this free pattern is available over at Stitches Quilting. And anyways, there's lots of great pages to it. But this is the layout of the quilt. And all of that is in there. It shows you how to make half square triangles. If you're new to quilting, this is a great project. If you're an old hat with quilting and just want a quick sew, this is the project for you. And it's fun to be able to make it quickly and to just finish something up. Let me know you guys are here and with some comments. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. And but what we are going to work on today, let's go ahead and just go over this real fast, is what you need for this quilt is really just, let me go ahead and show you. You need, let's see here. You need 15 colored squares. So that's what you need for that. You need 11 white printed squares. And I just used a variety of different prints. And then you just need 10 half square triangles. It's pretty easy. On Friday, I'll do another live at noon. And on that one, we're going to actually make this into a pillowcase. And we'll resize it so it's more for the standard size pillow, not a case, but a throw pillow, which I think is a great gift to give or to just honor healthcare heroes. We have people around the world hanging these quilts in their windows. You can see the one that's back here. And it's just to show your love out to the world. But this is also a healthcare hero version of it. The quilt comes in the pattern of, oh, I can see comments. Let me get to the comments. Comes in 24-inch square or a 59-inch square. So whatever you want, you've got all the options. And a new feature that I announced on Friday was the two scriptures that you can put on there. If you are wanting one, you could do any type of quote or anything like that. And that's available in the pattern download, these transfer sheets. So let me go ahead and pull this up so I can see comments a little bit better. Anyways, let me go ahead and pull this over and I think I'll be able to read them. Hold on. I'm making my screen smaller. Oh, if you're on Facebook, let me go ahead and do this so that if you're on Facebook, it'll give you a link directly to the actual Facebook page. So my website, the blog post for this, and the store and everything else. So it'll take you to this. This is a free pattern to download. Let me see if this was made active. Just one moment. Let me activate it. Okay, it's active. So if you're on Facebook at the Stitches Quilting website page, you can go ahead and put in there, I want the pattern or anything while you're watching the comments, and it'll message you through Messenger. So on Instagram, go to my link in my profile and you'll be able to go directly to this page. And on YouTube, it'll be in the description below of the YouTube video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I am designing these two scriptures so that they would fit down in this bottom portion of this quilt. This one says, "Be still and know I am God." And this is personally for me, but I thought I'd share it. And this one says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart." So they're pretty simple, but I designed them so that they're in a triangular fashion. If you want to download them, you can. They are part of the pattern, and they're just all for free and all for fun. But we'll have to design one. Let me know about some ideas that we could put on the Healthcare Hero quilt, like thank you, we love you, some other great responses that we can put on as messages here for our healthcare heroes. And I will design them then in this triangular format that will fit onto the quilt. So give me some ideas of what we can do there. All right, let me go back to where I can hopefully see some comments here. You know what? I've been having just a hard time seeing comments lately. Sometimes the different platforms change with time. And then there's like little quirks where you can't see things. And I'm going to just open up that video in just one moment. But I am using a black embroidery floss. It is a 3-strand. So you typically, embroidery floss comes in 6 strands. I have now, oh, let's go ahead and switch the camera to the overhead view for those on Facebook and YouTube. So let me just make sure that that worked. Oh, do I not have this? I'm sorry, that's not plugged in. Let's go back to the other view. Oh, there we go. I don't know. Okay, let's go back to the main view. Okay, we're going to stick it onto that. Can you guys, oh my gosh, can you guys see me? Let me look at this. Did one of my things go out? Let's see here. Let me look. I would like, okay, hold on. Let me see. Can you guys see this? Let's go to 2. Sorry. Okay, there I am on the front. For some reason, my other camera view, let me see if I can fix this real quickly. I apologize. Hopefully I can go ahead and weed this out. It's hard to keep everything plugged in and running. I really want this close-up though. I must have unplugged this camera, like pulled on the wire or whatever. Oh, it is. It's turning on. Just one moment. Stop fidgeting with it, Deanna. Okay, hold on. Okay, there's the overhead camera. Let me plug it in so it goes to the computer without unplugging it. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry guys. Let me go ahead and switch that camera view. Okay, so we're now looking overhead, the overhead camera right here. I have hooped my quilt right here, and you can see where, and I guess I'll bring this down this way. You can see here are the different embroideries. I went ahead, when I embroidered mine, I used a Cricut light pad. You could use any kind of light pad or just use your window. Whatever you want to do. I laid this down on the light pad. You put it up on a window and then lay your quilt on top of it and then transfer it with a transfer pencil if you want to. I went ahead and just used a very sharp pencil because I don't want you guys to think that you have to go to the store or things like that. I have got tons of different transfer things, but I'm trying to keep things simple for all of you. So, and hold on, let me do one more thing, and then let me go ahead and show you guys. Just one moment. Oh my gosh, it takes forever. It's interesting how much, in fact, I had to restart all the computers, which is smart to do. There we go.
Like that,
and let me mute this so you guys can't hear me twice. Okay, there we go. All right, I can see comments. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and get to how to embroider this. I put, and you can do this on any quilt, and I think it's so wonderful to see the homemade and handmade versions of things that you can do here to go ahead and just have a beautiful look on our handmade items and homemade items. So you can see right here where I went ahead and I transferred the image here. I used a pencil and I am just doing a basic back stitch. So I put a knot on my thread. It's a 3-strand that I'm using, and I'm pulling this up through, and my knot is right here at the corner of the B. You don't want to jump stitch between the letters because you'll see a black thread jumping between the letters there. And then we're going to just bring this over and come back. So hold on for 1 second. So I'm going to come back down and just bring that in. And so if you're going around a corner like this on this B, you might want to have smaller stitches when you're doing that, and then you just kind of go back. So it's called a back stitch, and you just kind of jump back over, and it gives you a nice solid line, and it gives it just a really nice embroidery look on something that is handmade. So it's really a 3-strand floss. I just ordered a steel color in bulk for the store, and I'm kind of curious to see what that's going to be like. I'm going to be actually making several of these, some for gifts, and it just, I can't tell you how good it feels to have a handwork project. It just feels so good, and it just feels really relaxing and soothing to my soul to sit here and do a hand stitching project. So let me go a little bit closer on this so that you guys can see it. And I'll go ahead and show you over here so you can see that bee coming through. But I think that this is such a beautiful just look to everything. And right here, I'm going to start a little bit more on the middle of where that bee was. And I'm going to bring this over and then start my back stitch again. So right here, and I'm going to bring my back stitch. And if you can have a fine point enough, then your floss is going to cover this up. I wouldn't use a permanent pen or anything like that. There are transfer pens and heat transfer pens where after you put some heat on it, the transfer pens will go away. Okay, let me see all the comments. Okay, yes, Brenda, it's so good to see you. Kathleen, Dolores, it's so good. Okay, Brenda, I'm so glad I fixed that screen. And I'm sorry about that. Every so often, if I turn all the cameras on too early as I'm getting ready for a live, something can, heat up or turn off or whatever. So, but I do try to get things done as fast as I can. So what other quotes can we put on the Healthcare Heroes quilt? And you guys, I will design them for you. But what are some other, if you want them, you can also design your own transfers. But what are some other quilts that would be great to do, or quotes or things like that that would be fun to do? So we could do a big thank you over there, or what other quotes can we do on there? Any ideas? Anybody? And then let's get that done, and I will make some. So these were some little scriptures that my son that is on a mission in New York, he shared this one scripture, be still and know I am God, right when the epidemic kind of came out. It was really cute. He's 18 years old. So this is kind of sentimental for me. And then let's see here. Yes, Dolores, I agree. Sometimes Dolores just said, I love to do hand stitching at night, watching, just really listening to the TV with my husband. And I'll tell you what, if we actually had some of this hand stitching before we fell asleep at night, it would just feel so good, wouldn't it? To just kind of relax our minds and our brains from the day and kind of unwind and improve our sleeping. I think we might see an improvement there. In fact, it would make me excited to wake up the next morning and just get in a few more stitches before I start my day and just kind of reflect on the day and the things that I want to get done. But I really feel like handwork is just a therapeutic work. And it just feels so good to do. I mean, it really does. So, and you can see how clean that is. Doesn't that look just so clean? And it really is just a back stitch. So just a back stitch there, and it comes back, and then you come back and you join it and meet it right there at the top. So let me go ahead and show this to Instagram. Instagram, I wish I had this a little bit closer there for you guys. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to finish off our thread here. And remember, we want to label our quilts. I just thought that this would be a great way to do this on, well, Friday we're going to actually make the quilt top, the quilt block that we're going to make for a pillow, for a throw pillow. So I think a throw pillow would be a beautiful gift to give, or just this 24-inch quilt top. Okay, so I just finished that letter B. Do you see how quickly this goes? I'm going to tie off this thread because I don't want this to show. All right, so let's go ahead and tie this off. Hi, Kathy. Yes, I love the saying too. It works for me personally, but it might not work for some other people. But what are some fun sayings that we could think of for, Jeremiah 29 is a wonderful scripture, but a bit long to add here. Well, you never know. Okay, let me grab my scissors and I'm going to cut my thread here. And let me show you. So here you can see my two tails. This is from the knot that I actually made, and then the knot that I just made right now, my very first knot. So now I'm going to turn these threads, and I can bury my threads too, but then that way I don't have threads popping through the black threads popping through the, let me grab my needle. Oh, here it is. So now I'm going to go over here and do the B letter. And on that letter, I'm going to show you how you can bury your threads inside the letter itself, so that you don't have jump stitches behind the letter. So remember, when you're dealing with a lighter fabric like the white, you want to go ahead and do those jump stitches. So I'm going to start right down here at the bottom of the E, and I'm going to just come right in, and then I'm going to do a back stitch and jump over. So let's go ahead and bring this over. So I just have a very gentle knot there, and I'm going to back stitch right where that is. What else are you guys up to? And let me know what kind of projects that you're working on. So this is the Healthcare Heroes pattern. It's also the World of Hearts pattern, and it's the You Are Loved quilt kit. So we've kind of changed this and had a lot of fun with it. I'm going to bring this over just right here, and then I'm going to just change my direction of which way I'm going. So now I'm going to come over and then just do a quick little change in direction. I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to continue the video through this E so that you guys can see how we don't want to have jump threads behind the lettering. But boy, this sure feels so good to do. I mean, it really, really does. It just feels absolutely wonderful. So I'm really excited about this. But okay, so tell me more about you guys. Just so you know, I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm now going to jump stitch over to the E part right here. If you wanted to bold any of the letters itself, you could add some bolding in there. And maybe on this part, actually bold that out and do 2 lines of thread on there. But I'm just trying to keep things simple for all of you guys so you don't feel like you have a huge project to do or something crazy. Okay, so I just finished to the end of that point of the E, and I'm going to back stitch through these little stitches right here. I'm going to thread my thread through here so that when it comes back over, it's not going to be a big jump stitch between the letter E. I'm going to come back up. Let me go ahead and do this, come back up right there, and then do this again. So you can see how that looks. I think it looks really wonderful. So this is for the World of Hearts. Let me show you guys really fast. A World of Hearts Healthcare Hero quilt with a plus sign in it. And on the bottoms, this is a free pattern. We've got some Be Still and Know I Am God. And the other side says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, in case if you just jumped on. And I'm showing you how to do a 3-strand embroidery floss. So a 3-strand embroidery floss is what I'm showing you how to do, and it's a back stitch. So you just come forward and then back stitch over back where you started. So it's really simple, you guys, and I think it adds such a beautiful touch to our quilts to have some hand stitching in there. When you're going, a quick tip is when you're going around corners, make sure that you're actually going to, and I'm going to bring this back up, that you maybe have a little bit smaller stitches so that your corner looks a little bit more shaped, like with the side of that Be Still. So let's go ahead and just come over here and let's finish this E. I have hooped my quilt in just a really basic hoop. Hopefully you can find a hoop laying around your home somewhere. And I know I had some that I've just had laying around, and I've got others. And it was nice to not have to run to the store and buy anything for this project, and to not feel like I had to go out and buy things. I had some black embroidery floss. Okay, so there we are. Let me go ahead and change the camera view back to on Facebook and YouTube, back to the front of this. And yes, it changed. And let me go ahead and show you so you can see how we transferred this with the light box. With the Cricut light box is what I used. The free pattern is online. This is the Healthcare Heroes quilt. And you can see how pretty that pops. the embroidery pops out right here on the sides of the quilt. So I am going to finish this part up for you guys so that you guys can see how lovely the embroidery actually looks on there. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm so excited, and I'm excited to see yours. If you're on Instagram, use the hashtag Healthcare Heros Quilt Along. Use the or a World of Heart quilt along, a World of Hearts quilt along. And on YouTube, be sure to come and follow me and subscribe so that you get notifications, because we're going to do the pillow on Friday. At noon, I will come on live and we will do the pillow at that time. And so be sure to follow along for that, and I will have the size dimensions and everything for you, and I'll even show you how to do a pillow form. We will also go through how to quilt this. You can see the one that I have quilted behind me, but I'm going to show you a new method for quilting this on your domestic sewing machine, which is going to be a lot of fun. And I've enjoyed seeing everybody's quilts in the Everyone Can Quilt Facebook group, and it's been a lot of fun, you guys. So anyways, and I love all the different colors that everyone's doing. So be sure to go to Stitches Quilting, download the pattern. There's other things for sale there. I've talked to some people that they had no idea that I had a quilt store online. So I think that's really fun, or I don't know if it's funny or not. Anyways, but you guys enjoy. And this is the Healthcare Hero quilt. I'm going to finish my embroidering on here, and I will be back on live, but I will post more information about it too. So see you guys a little bit later. And yeah, Dolores, you've got 3 hoops sitting on your floor lamp right now. So I'm sure you guys all have hoops. And so anyways, you guys, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you, Debbie and Kathy and Debbie Huey and Brenda and everybody else. So I will be back on live at noon on Friday, and we will go on how to make this quilt top and transform it for a pillow, a tossed pillow and everything. So you guys, I'll see you a little bit later. Have fun and have a very, very good day. Chin up and stay positive, and just embrace the day and embrace the things that we can do to build resilience and bring cheerfulness and happiness and love into our lives and in the lives of others. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.